Hi, I'm Thomas, the AxidentalDM, and today we're taking a first look at something I've been kind of excited about for a little while now. You've seen me do a first look of some of the Dune kind of pre-release version of Adventures in the Imperium RPG, but today I finally have my hands on the physical copy. Now, we're not going to take a really good look then at the role-playing game, the core book itself, because I've already kind of done that, and in this particular format, seeing if there's any kind of minute changes or differences is a little bit difficult to do, but we'll do a quick little run through, but just kind of taking a look at some of the things that I got. Now, this was part of the kind of the Gamemaster's Kit, but I did add one other set of dice. I don't remember if it was this one or this one, which came with the Gamemaster's Kit or not, but anyway, I kind of needed both sets, so that's kind of the reason why I did that there. But anyway, let's take a look. So this is what's called the Player's Journal, and there's supposed to be in here a couple of character sheets as well as it's just some opportunity to kind of write notes and kind of keep things in. This is not typically something that I would buy for myself because I just kind of prefer writing things in notebooks, but it kind of came with the Gamemaster's Kit, so it's kind of here as well. But it is nice, in the sense of kind of being this kind of really solid kind of book. We'll take this little label thing off of here. I think it's just kind of a nice little thing to have. It has kind of a grid in the back, so you can kind of draw maps and things like that. So it's what you would expect kind of from a player's journal type of thing. But there it is. I think it's 160 pages or so. I'm not sure how many. Let's see what the back says here about how many. 5 32-page sections gives some character sheets, house sheets, and themed blank lined and squared page with intricate patterns letting you record your epic stories in Dune Adventures of the Imperium role-playing game. So that is then the kind of the player's journal type of thing. Just once again, just kind of a quick look through this, because the thing I'm really wanting to take a look at right now is the kind of the Gamemaster screen. So let's just kind of take a quick look in here, see if you notice anything that might be different. I really highly doubt it, just because I will say just a slight ding, that is some really small print. I mean, I'm able to kind of still be able to read it, but it is kind of small print. I guess on the PDF version, it kind of blows up. Now, when we get into the actual text, okay, this is a lot easier. It's not quite as small as that, but so it's a beautiful artwork, again, as always. We've already gone through a lot of this, so don't need to go over it again. Planets that are part of it, the various kind of how to play the game. Okay, so it's kind of all in there. We've seen all this, so I think we can kind of move on to take a look at the real reason, this Gamemaster toolkit that kind of comes with it. So we have the Gamemaster's toolkit, and we have then the screen. I wonder if we'll be able to kind of open it up and show the whole thing. So just kind of a large kind of look then at the planet of Arrakis, also then kind of known as Doom on that side. What do they give us here on the back end of this? So we've got then kind of skills. Oh, this is nice. It does give you kind of definitions of all that, which I think was one of the things I think as you're moving from system to system, it's sometimes difficult to remember the terminology for all of those, even though it's all within the 2D20 system. Difficulty levels, kind of traits and how they're used, skill test procedures, determination, challenging one's drives, kind of how to use momentums, adding to threat, conflict, all right, how that's going to kind of work itself out, whether it's kind of personal skirmish, warfare, espionage. Okay, I kind of like that. And it does then specifically tell you what pages in the core book to kind of go to. Excellent. I love it when you see that. If you're going to tell me about something, let me know where I can find it, because obviously you're not going to be able to fit all of that here. But there is a lot of data, I think, on these back pages, which as a GM, I do find very helpful. Instead of a lot of art on the back side, art belongs on this side. Data for the GMs belongs on this side. So we've got a section on attack sequences, advancement points, then creating NPCs. Great. So minor, notable, majors, some things about how to do that, special abilities, and then that's just nice. Kind of a little bit of a story hook generator kind of there at the bottom. So I'm really looking forward to kind of trying these out, seeing how then, again, it all looks great. And once you kind of get it, add it to it for actual in play, you see how it really is. But it looks like it's got everything that you kind of need. I can't think of anything off the bat that would be missing that I would kind of be wanting here. How to fold this thing back up. That is the perennial problem, isn't it? How do these things fold up? Okay, there we go. Got it going. All right, and then also included in the Gamemaster's Toolkit is this little booklet. So let's see what's in here. Some credits, Adventures in the Imperium, Okay, role-playing games are interactive stories. They feature plots, characters, dialogues, narrations. Are usually guided by high-level themes. All the hallmarks of stories. Chapter 8, Game Mastering in Dune, discusses it. Link. That chapter covers many of the techniques to create and characterize non-player characters, describe environments, administer the rules fairly and appropriately, and work with the players and bring the setting to life. One of the most challenging aspects of Game Master, however, is coming up with new and exciting stories. Okay, so I'm guessing then this is about building then adventures. Human versus nature, human versus civilization, human versus tradition, human versus other humans, humans versus God, humans versus the unknown. So kind of the major kind of story elements, dramatic hooks, call to actions, locales, very, very important. Make sure the world that you're playing in is alive and real and seems kind of interactive. We get a little example here. For example, the adventure Catch Tube Cantina on page 5 has a player characters running into a woman named Abril Tice, a non-player character possessing important information that might lead them to breaking into a corrupt water merchant's warehouse. The game master could instead make the water seller the good guy in this scenario, in need of security for his warehouse, while a sinister fixer named Abril Tice is trying to hire a group of thieves to steal from him. Okay, so let's see, wilderness survival, kind of how to do that. Little thing on urban survival. Next, these great themes is human versus civilization. These stories, the threat of Dune's climate and environment is nullified by the safety provided by civilization. By now, it's civilization itself which presents the challenge. The urban areas carry with it its own set of challenges and navigational hazards. Okay, kind of neutral political intrigue, matchmakers, minor house agents, secrets of the Sardaukar, Canley locked ship, forgotten. Canley is defined within the Landsraw as the term for active vendetta. Okay. One of the things I sometimes forget, having gone back through all of the books again, you forget some of these little pieces of that. Things about Reverend Mothers, Seers, Spice Twins, other worlds. Okay, adventure generators. Okay, so we've got title, structure, character of location, location, blah, 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 character types. So going into a lot of depth here, object or animal concepts, institution or group, adventure generator. Okay, open with the player characters relaxing at home. On a guild highliner traveling through space, looking for a lost NPC or object, roll twice and combine results. Okay, for establishing the adventure, so the player characters are alerted to a encoded message. Okay, let's see, non-player characters, kind of how to roll those. The allegiances they have, enemies you might have. So kind of the same thing, just kind of packaged a little bit different depending upon the specifics you're talking about. The path, the plot's revealed. Okay, assassinate an important character, smuggle of a valuable object or person off world, so wipe out a group. Purposes, Canley, acquiring a terrible weapon, valuable knowledge. Okay, great. I mean, giving you kind of lots and lots of ideas. And again, even though this is a kind of a Game Master's Toolkit, beautiful, beautiful full-page kind of laying out of art. Again, I love Modifius. Even though I might have quibbles with some few things here and there, their art is always, always fantastic. Blocking the path, the antagonist. Okay, so who are the antagonists? Wow. So this is kind of I think a really good help then guide for new game masters, old game masters even, to kind of give you kind of refreshed ideas of how to do it. And it kind of gives you all of these different roles, tables to kind of roll on to kind of help you kind of develop these things out. Peculiarities, character concepts, character allegiances. Intrigues and influences. Okay, how does this work? Galal's a person, Alyssa is a person, Awias is a person, needs to convince. Okay, so kind of drawing it out. So not just all the text, but also then kind of showing it out in kind of graphical form, in kind of a picture form of how that kind of works out as well. Nice little touch, adding these different ways for helping people to understand things. False face, false heart, spice operations, a couple of locations, children of the jihad. Excellent. I wonder if this is jihad of pre-Emperor Paul Atreides or post. The Ixians seek to scavenge remains of ancient spaceships they believe house one of the legendary thinking machines. Okay, so this is definitely pre-Dune movie era of jihad. Because there's a jihad that has to do with afterwards. Really a different reason in the whole Dune kind of universe. But yeah, excellent. Lots. This is good. I was wondering if they're just going to kind of throw in an adventure or something in here, but no, it's just really how to build adventures, you know. So great. And then, of course, we have the dice. Now, new kind of style of D20s, not new styles of D20s, new styles of the 2D20 system where it's only dealing with the D6s, but we have then just kind of thematic, and you know, they're D20s. Not a whole lot to really say when you're talking about D20s, but here they are, and we'll give them, I'll give them just their very first test roll to see what we come up with. Any 20s? No. Good. So they're good dice for playing this game. But anyway, I'm Thomas, the Accidental DM, and kind of thanks for joining me at this kind of first look then at the Dune, even though we've already done a little bit of it, but really looking at the Gamemaster's Kit was the real thing I wanted to take a look at. So thanks for joining me, and until next time.